What is up, Gods Unchained fans? I wanted to share with you guys the ramp magic deck that I used during last weekend's constructed event, and I didn't use it for the whole event. I was using a war deck which I didn't like, which is why I built this deck, and then I had quite a bit of success with it. So I was thinking, why don't I share with you guys, and you might be able to build it. I've been completely free to play, and I put this together with whatever cards that I have. And that is the key point to all of this, is that if you don't have one of the cards that I have, you can change it with other cards in your deck and still have some good success. So right off the bat, you can see that I've played 29 matches and I have a 62% win rate, which is not too shabby. I would say that I played about 20 matches during the weekend event with this deck, and overall I finished with 14 wins, which is okay. I think this deck could net you about 17-18 wins. I'm really going to test it out this coming weekend, and hopefully my predictions will come true, and we'll see how it does. Okay, without further ado, let's go through the deck. Let's start with the magic side first. I've got 2 Star Short Bolt, which is perfect to take out the skeleton heavy that someone may be running. And then the next card, you need 2 Tracking Bolt. This card's very versatile because you can either use it to deal 1 damage to each creature or deal 3 damage to a creature. Often you run into nature that has all those 1 creature minions on the board. This will take them out and buy you some time. And then we've got Sip of Elixir and Mana Toad. These are your ramp cards. I mean, I thought about running 2 Sip of Elixirs, but I actually didn't have to. I only had 1. So this is going back to where I was saying you got to make do with what you have in your collection. So I'm only running 1 with this deck. Then we have Ratify, which to me is a very important card because you never know when your opponent may play that big minion that you need to just destroy. And then of course we've got Astric Implosion ×2 and Inferno. Astric Implosion, in my opinion, is a must-have because this is basically your board wipe. And this also helps more with board wipe, or if you have 3 of these, at least the chances of getting one in your hands is pretty high. Okay, now let's take a look at the neutral cards, and we've got 1 Athenian Archer, 2 Wild Hog for some early pressure, Skeleton Heavy, which in my opinion is one of the best 2 drops in the game. Again, I only have 1. If I had 2, I'd probably use 2 instead of 1 Felid Janissary. And then we've got Wicked Fee ×2, Vanguard Axewoman ×2, 2 Swart Basilisk. This is a great card to remove durability from your opponent's weapons. I've got a Minotaur Phalanx for frontline. I've got Frost Giant Deadshot. Again here, I may change this one eventually, but it's got some decent value. And then for the 7 drops, I've got a Burnished Bull and a Juggernaut. I would prefer to use Cyclops Defender, but the problem is I don't have any of them. So that's why I'm running these 2. Eventually, I think when I pack them, I will use those instead of these 2 and see how this deck does. And then I've got 2 Hylian Elite, which are great cards, and an Achillean Dedicant. I wasn't so sure about using this one, but actually in quite a few of my matches, he's kind of come in clutch with his Blitz and Protected and Ward. It's a great card actually. And then finally, we've got kind of the star of the show, which is Egophone, and I'm lucky that I have him because I packed him. He's probably the best card that I have in my collection, but he's not a deal breaker. You could use a different card to play in this deck. There you have it. That is my ramp magic deck that I'm currently using. So I would suggest you take it out for a spin, and if you're missing some cards, just hit me down in the comments and I will try my best to give you some solid suggestions. And lastly, if you could just smash that subscribe button to help my channel grow, I would greatly appreciate it. That is it from me. I'm out.